Bang, let's get it. I'm on pickfinder.app. The code is really Rico. You get 10% off for life. You should see it scrolling somewhere. Anyway, Pickfinder has made some huge updates. I don't know where to begin, but first off, this is the column that I gotta show you. If you look here, it shows first. Usually, it's showing modifiers, generally. So basically, those of you who like to play goblins, you can see goblins with the best chance to hit or the highest implied probability. I don't like goblins. I don't like prize picks. But if I go over here and scroll down, I see underdog fixed payout. Obviously, I want to play plays that don't have a dynamic payout. So this is a simple way for me to select that and then go to the stats, select the stats that I want to see and go from there. Since we have the NBA finals starting today, the New York Knicks versus San Antonio Spurs. This is insane because obviously we did this when I was a lot younger. However, let's go with 3-point attempts, assists, blocks and steals. Oh yeah. Points and assists, points, rebounds, PRA, something else, rebounds and assists. And let's see if anything is trending while in the playoffs. First off, there's two plays that we gotta play and we've been playing multiple times throughout this playoff series. And one is Mikal Bridges to go over 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I don't know how many games straight we hit this in, but he's been all over this. Obviously, they're playing a new team, but you can see the last 10 via the playoffs since he's been on this streak here. Look, 9 straight playoff games. Every game versus Cleveland in the sweep. Every game versus Philly in the sweep. That last, what was it, game 6 or game 7 versus Atlanta is when it started. But he's been on one. Not just rebounds and assists. He's been scoring the ball easily. So, Mikal Bridges over 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists is the play of the day. But anyway, that's the first play we're going to start with, because that's been smacking. Oh, and another thing, I wanted to see him versus San Antonio, because I'm pretty positive they played like 3 games recently. What was it? In this season they had 3 games. Hey, look at his numbers versus the San Antonio and the 3 games they played in this season. They played twice in December and once in March. Mikal Bridges had 21 back-to-back games versus them. 21 points, rebounds, and assists. And then in March, he had 25, 5, and 2. 32 points, rebounds, and assists. He's fared well against the Spurs, obviously missing by the hook in those couple of games. And then let's look at the prop history. When the prop history is at 21.5 for his points, rebounds, and assists, he's hitting it 100% of the time. Just because we see the stats of him covering this many times doesn't mean that that's what the line was at each of those times. However, you understand what I'm saying. So his average line has been 19.2, but when the line is at 21.5, he's been smacking this. And as you can see, over the last 9 straight playoff games, Mikal Bridges to go over 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And then OG Anunoby over 14.5 points or 15.5 points. Is it straight up on underdog? Obviously, you can add a couple of misses. Games 1 and 2 versus Cleveland. Didn't play in the last couple of games against Philly. But if he is healthy, he goes off. I not only like his points, but his OG Anunoby. I not only like his points, but his points, rebounds, and assists as well. It's at 15.5. His PRA is at 23.5 on underdog. Let's look at that really quick. It's at 23.5. Last 2 games versus Cleveland, he handled that easily. Let's see what he done. I'm not sure if he played in that game versus. I think he missed the March game. I'm pretty sure he missed the March game versus the Spurs, but he didn't come near in his points, rebounds, and assists versus the Spurs. But let's look at his points in his last 2 games. He had 9 and 12 points. How did he shoot the ball? That's horrendous. Field goals. Oh, he shot terrible. He was 3 for 10 in one game, 5 of 11 in the next one. while I do like OG's, I didn't mean to do that. While I do like his points to go over here, because recently he's been scoring the ball enough for me to take OG Anunoby to go over 15.5 points in game one. And I thought I saw there was exactly one more I wanted in this game. Hey, Julian Champagne's 3-point attempts are at 6.5. He's been shooting that, but it's at 6.5. But if I want to put a 3-pick entry in, I need a spur because I can't put all Knicks. I'm gonna look at the under here, and I wanted to see Wembanyama rebounds line is at 11.5. His points line is at 27.5. He hasn't been scoring the ball like that. You know what I'm saying? We look at him at over the last 10 playoff games. He's only gone over 28 points 3 times. This is versus OKC in 7 games. And didn't do it in the last 3 games versus Minnesota. Now, yes, I'm leaning toward taking Wembanyama to go under 27.5 points, especially because it's straight up, and I want a 3-pick entry for game one. Yeah, points line is at 27.5. Let's look at his points, rebounds, and assists, which should be high. It might be 42 or 43. It's at 42.5. I mean, it's just high for the production. It's high for the production. He's not getting assists like that. You know what I'm saying? Well, definitely not in games. The last 3 games versus OKC, he is not getting assists like that. So at 42.5, his points and rebounds got to be insane. It's at 39.5. I just think all of this is high. Let's see how many games he played in versus the Knicks. He played in all 3 of them. Look, points and rebounds. I want to see the PRA versus the Knicks. It's 25, 45, and then 40. He had 25 points, 13 rebounds. He had 13 rebounds in back-to-back games versus the Knicks. His rebound line might just be at 11.5. And it is. I'm just looking at the matchup data here, but if I go, I want to see if there was any sharp plays available. There was a number of them on the MLB and some in the NBA, but that was when I started. I guarantee if I hit refresh, that shit changes. These plays will get snatched up quickly. Oh no, they haven't, and we got more. Maybe 1 or 2 more. We'll drop those next, but let's see if Wemby had a sharp play on his rebounds or something. Victor Wembanyama, no value on anything. His points and rebounds. Come on, man. Why did it do that? His points and rebounds under 39.5. It's still just not valuable enough. None of his plays. It looks like we should stay away. Look at his rebound line is at 11.5. Like, there's no value on that play. There's no value on any Victor Wembanyama plays. So I'm definitely going to stay away from that. If I go back to pick finder though, and I need another spur, but someone that I was thinking about was Keldon Johnson rebounds. Well, I'm lying. I saw that the model selected this. Speaking of the model, we're going to run over there and see what the NBA. But it's selected for the NBA, but his rebound line should be at 3.5. It is. The model likes him to go over. I wanted to check this out before I played it, and I don't like it. With 6 rebound chances, he had 3 rebounds in back-to-back games versus OKC. The under is heavily juiced on the implied probability. But where else did I saw that? On the model, right here. Oh, it's plus money too, over 3.5 rebounds. Don't like that. Don't like Luke Cornett over. Mitchell Robinson over 4.5 rebounds. And look, you see, the model had Victor Wembanyama at under 13.5 rebounds. That line has dropped all the way down to 11.5. I didn't get to catch it at under 13.5. I don't know why I got Thunder plays, but this was ran from the other day, and it kept those plays on as if the Thunder was in. But it dropped plays for the Knicks and Spurs, and it dropped plays for Knicks versus Thunder. But I just ran it again, and those plays are still in. I don't know why. It's a couple of them, Knicks at Thunder. I don't know why that glitched on me like that. I'm gonna look at the points real quick. See, Lou Dort. Knicks at Thunder, but if I go down, you see Knicks at Spurs. Jalen Brunson over 24.5 points. Do we do Jalen Brunson over? I need a spur. We can't do that. I need a spur. Where am I going? We can't take Jalen Brunson. Let's go here. If I hit refresh, here are the best 50 plays from across all models, which include but not limited to the WNBA. As you can see, we got a couple of fire plays in the WNBA. I just dropped this model, as you can see. This isn't a ton of plays from that model, but Sabrina Ionescu under 14.5 points and Satu Sabale, both on the same team. They play one of the new teams, Toronto Temple. Sabrina them from the New York Liberty under their points line. 2 fire players, haven't seen that in a minute. But outside of that, oh look, Keldon Johnson over 8.5 points. Probably the play that I take for the 3-pick entry. Oh no, bro. We might have to do Keldon Johnson. Stay away from Wemby. Keldon Johnson over 8.5 points. Should I slide that to 7.5? I think that's what I'm gonna do. Cause the 8.5 is 1.04. Oh, they won't let me drop the 5.5. Y'all lame as fuck. I'm gonna take it though. Keldon Johnson over 8.5 points. If I wanted to keep going and put multiple players, I also like Karl Anthony Towns over 16.5 points. And look, SGA versus the Knicks. I don't know why I did that. No more for. I'm gonna stick with this 3: Keldon Johnson, Mikal Bridges, and OG Anunoby. I'm gonna stick with this 3. We're gonna leave it at that. Let me screenshot that. Send that. Save. I'm gonna screenshot that. Send that. Whoa. TikTok just playing loud as fuck. And send that to the Mac. And I can shut it off. So if I'm gonna do any WNBA plays, did I even show the model off yet? Look, about 30 plays, it's 18-10. That's for the points. I got points. I got rebounds, assists. Assists started off hot. 3-pointers, none plays yet. PRA, not so hot at 4 and 7. We got Sabrina Ionescu under 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. What about points and rebounds? Again, that one's not as hot, but it's here. I need to let it run, let it warm up, see if I need to tighten the parameters. But the points is not doing bad. At 18-10, 64% hit rate. I think we'll run with this, especially with these 2 hot plays on the top. We take Sabrina Ionescu to go under and Sato to go under her point line. And then we have, how you say that, Nayara Sabali? Isn't that the sister? And then Natasha Mack over their point line. That's a 4-pick entry on the WNBA that we might like. But I wanted to go to the MLB. I didn't have any hot days lately on the MLB. Total bases didn't go off yesterday. 2 and 7 on the total bases. What about hit runs and RBI? Did they do decent yesterday? There's so many plays. They went 16 and 14. Why is that? I think that was the late plays because I ran this earlier. Hits allowed should be decent. See how it did yesterday? Whoa. 15 and 10. I don't know. But I wanted to get my MLB plays from the top 50 plays. If I scroll down here, it'll start off with Ryan Jeffers, hit runs and RBI. Shohei Ohtani pitches again, not giving up 5 hits. Garrett Cole not giving up 5 hits. I'm running with that. Let's say Shohei Ohtani not giving up 5 hits. Did I send that to the Mac? I did. Go back to let's go back to Underdog and see what Shohei do. Shohei Ohtani not giving up 5 hits. Under. And then we're gonna take Garrett Cole to do the same. Garrett Cole not giving up 5 hits. Lower. And all I need is, I want to stick with some pitchers here. Gavin Williams over 17.5 outs. Oh, Logan Webb over 15.5 pitching outs. That is smack. Logan Webb over 15.5 pitching outs. Oh, it's not there. Not on underdog. That's got to be played on Hard Rock. His strikeout line is at 5.5. I'm taking it over. Let's go look at Logan Webb's strikeout line. Where are we? Go here. Go to props. We're looking at the MLB, and I want to see Logan Webb. Why do I say no props? Logan Webb. I want to see his strikeout. Show me his Ks. It's at 5.5. No, he's played more than enough games this season, but he has not cracked 6. He has not cracked 6 strikeouts a ton. Oh look, this year, nah, 5.5 is too high. 5.5 is too high for Logan Webb. We're not taking that. We got to find another player. Go back to the top 50. What about, I'd take, look, Paul Skeens. Let's take Paul Skeens blind under 4.5 hits allowed. This is all hits allowed. Paul Skeens under 4.5 hits allowed. Yes, that's a 3 pick. It's actually a 4 pick. It ain't gonna pay out properly, but I got MLB boosts. And we're gonna run with that. We're gonna run with that. There's so many plays, so many picks to play across all of these models. I just try to find, I don't know, one that I could sweat, and 2, if it just makes sense, it makes sense. No value on Victor Wembanyama in game 1. That's a shame. You got to check out Pick Finder. I got to do a new video about Pick Finder because it's changed a lot, and you could just find so much more info now, or specifics, and the odds update a lot quicker too. So that gives you more information on the implied probability as the lines change as quickly as they change. Damn it, I tried to save that. This is my MLB model. The MLB play. Damn it, I tried to save that. Look, I'm gonna screenshot it like this. Save the photos. And then I'm gonna go to photos and send that to the Mac. Share. Mac. Bang, let's get it. Damn, why this video so long? I just been up here rambling. Where's my images at? Right here. All right, here's what we playing. Here's what we playing. This. Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby. Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Keldon Johnson. Mikal Bridges over his 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. OG over 15.5 points, and Keldon Johnson over 8.5 points. This is game 1. Bang, let's get it. And then obviously I got a little MLB pitcher strikeout jump. I mean hits allowed. Hits allowed. Hold on, it's too big. Garrett Cole, Logan Webb, Paul Skeens, and Shohei Ohtani. Should not give up. Oh shit, I took Logan Webb over 5.5 Ks. Did I try to do that? Fuck. Anyway, Garrett Cole, Paul Skeens, and Shohei Ohtani not giving up 5 hits. That's where we at. I got so many plays available, but for now, this is what we're doing. Bang, let's get it. I'm really Rico, you already know. Let's get this dough, bruh. Peace. I'm out.